Now we consider the Task Browsing tab, updated for version 1.09. Always update to the latest version, folks. The install video explains how. So easy. Note the indicator in the upper left that reminds you whether you have filtered on all tasks or a subset thereof. At the top are some controls to bounce you to the first and last tasks of the filtered set. Here's this one here with its data, and here's, click on that button and it gives you the last task right there. The meat of this tab is the data panel here. Whichever task you are on, if you double click it, it'll change to reflect the information for that task. We have the WBS that the task is under. We have the ID description. Baseline description will be a different color if it's a different description. Start for the current and the baseline. Variances, original duration, remaining duration, percents, floats, constraints, expected finish, calendar, suspend, resume, modified by. I've never had this work yet on any installation I've ever been at, but it's there. And the task type. The up and down buttons will enable you to traverse the list and update the data panel as you do so. Note that you can double click on these predecessor and successor boxes and jump to those tasks as well. You can sort by these buttons. The default is ID, but you can sort by name if you wish. Early start or WBS CS, which is kind of like the natural Gantt chart or total float. Let's talk about the tracing feature. The trace feature records the jumps you make from preds or successors or random picks you make in the filtered task list. As a keeper of the schedule, you are sometimes called upon to explain why an important milestone has moved into the more distant future. You can use the tracing feature to capture the longest driving path for subsequent mitigation. Let's do an example. First, we're looking at all tasks here. Let's go to our task of interest here, double click on it. There it is. And we're going to restart the trace recorder here, and we're going to pick the driving predecessors of this task. So we're going to go on this one here, double click it. The next one's driving. This is the driver. That's the driver. That's the driver. Driver. This was as late as possible. It's really not a driver, so we're not going to choose that one. We're going to choose a true driver and another driver there. And now there are no drivings here. Why is that? Well, because there's a constraint on it. And we have this path here, and if we want, we can report on it, and then we can go talk to people about how to fix it. The filter assessed here has been beefed up with 2 fields, so you can really home in on the tasks that you want to see. Let's type in 2 descriptions. We'll have complete and on the other one we're going to do standpipe. And there is every task that has complete and standpipe in the description. And you can click on these and examine them. And when you're done, you just hit this little button here and it clears it for you. Well, congratulate yourself for having completed the VisiSched basic tutorial series. Check back with us for updates and other good stuff. Thank you.